Replay buffer, turn it off. Then start the 90.
This is the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
About to bring gold back to Lawrence County.
Your home for the County of Champions.
And how sweet it is! A state gold medal for the Union Scotties!
And the Shannock Lancers are your 2A softball champions. The trophy lifted high.
The 10th seed Union Scotties are WPIAL champions.
Not a Cinderella story, a championship story here.
And your 2023 WPIAL 2A Girls Champions, the Seneca Wildcats.
The pitch from Bruce, here it comes. Swing it and wins it. The Union Scotties have rallied to win the WPIAL Championship.
The top local athletes and the top sports moments, all featured here, live or archived at lcsportsnet.com.
Down inside and alley-oop the young gun.
She'll strike it and score!
Featuring over 100 broadcasts of county events in over a dozen sports. Your voice for Lawrence.
The gold ball headed home to Newcastle.
This is the Lawrence County SportsNet.
Live from the Nikai High Fieldhouse in Newcastle. It's high school basketball on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP. Tonight, Seneca Valley comes into the Fieldhouse to take on the Canes. Tonight's broadcast on the lcsportsnet.com is brought to you by Maley Chiropractic, MVP Insurance, Luxembourg, Garbutt, Kelly and George, Castle Asphalt, Newcastle Transit Authority, Moderna Bonner Law, Penn Ohio Bottled Water, Gem Builders Inc., Health in Motion Physical Therapy, Pontus Insurance, Doran Concrete, The Red Zone, Work in Progress, Paint Services, the City Rescue Mission, the Tri-County Principals Association, and the Lawrence County Community Action Partnership. Hi again, everybody. Get ready for a packed house here at the Fieldhouse as it is basketball time here with great importance for the Canes as they come in tonight with a 14-7 overall record, 3-6 in Section 1-6A. But the bottom line tonight is if they win, they're in the playoffs. There is one other scenario we'll talk about a little bit later, but most importantly, they have to win. No matter what the scenario is, they have to win.
Yeah, let's get it out of the way right here, Tim. It is straight up win and you're in, lose and you are going home. If both they and Pine Richland are to win tonight, they would tie for 4th place. They split, and both would end up making into the playoffs and likely would play against each other in a play-in game. But they can control their own destiny right here. Take care of business, win and you're in tonight. That's all you're looking for here tonight if you're Coach Blundo and the Canes. Take care of business here tonight. Win on your home court. It's been the mantra for the last 14.
Selfishness and opportunities throughout this ball game. It should be a lot of good action here tonight from the Fieldhouse.
Yeah, absolutely, and you got to look at it too. Down at Seneca Valley did not go Newcastle's way. A lopsided defeat, really, in the end when you look at it, Tim. And it's something, again, you don't see very often, but a 15-point defeat on the road. That was right in the down spurt. But, hey, Canes are on a 2-game winning streak, playing the best basketball of the year. And Seneca Valley, no matter what they do tonight, they cannot qualify for the playoffs. So how does that work into their mentality? They can play spoiler tonight, but they can't make it themselves. How is the mindset going on the Raiders side? Could end up playing a big role as well.
All right, with that in mind, we're going to take our first time out of the pregame, and when we come back, we'll talk more, and we'll hear from head coach Ralph Blundo. Watching LC SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
For 20 years, Melee Chiropractic has treated athletes of all ages to help them get safely back to the top of their game. Melee Chiropractic has 3 full-time doctors in their office, and all 3 are former area athletes who have had to battle injuries throughout their careers. They want to help you get safely back on your feet, but more importantly, help stop the injuries before they happen. Prehab before you rehab. Attention all high school student athletes. During your sports season, a $30 visit to the Melee Chiropractic office includes an adjustment and/or all therapy is necessary. From the athletes of tomorrow to the weekend warriors and everything in between. Let Melee Chiropractic keep you in the game.
For more than 120 years, people have relied on Martindale Hubbell's preeminent rating to select their attorneys. If you've been involved in an automobile accident, you should do the same. At LGKG, we have been preeminently rated for over 40 years.
When it comes to shopping for insurance, there are thousands of options out there. MVP Insurance proactively shops and compares your policies to find the best coverage and rate. Josh Madure and David Verratti want to provide you with the level of personalized service that you know that you are the MVP of their agency. They simplify insurance so you can live stress-free. Visit one of their locations in Zeno-Leopold or in New Springfield, Ohio. Call MVP for the win. Proud sponsor of the MVP of the game on the Lawrence County SportsNet.
Cold winds blowing, temperatures dropping, and snow is beginning to fall. And then your furnace goes out. LCAP's LIHEAP Crisis Program is here to help. If your furnace is blowing cold air, not turning on, or not reaching the desired temperature, help is right around the corner, whether it needs fixed or replaced. For information, call the Department of Healthy Homes at 724-656-0090. LCAP's Healthy Home programs are the key to safer living.
Welcome back here to the Nikkei High Fieldhouse as we get ready for tonight's game with Seneca Valley and the Canes here tonight. Seneca Valley comes in tonight with a 6-15 overall record, 2-7 in Section 1 and 6A. As we mentioned earlier, they can play spoiler tonight, but they cannot make the playoffs. Seneca Valley is currently on a 3-game losing streak, dropping games to Central Catholic, Pine Richland, and North Allegheny. Seneca Valley also is led by Tyler Peepin, Kay West, Owen Cotton, Andy Omotswitz, and was it Ishias? I'm not sure.
Ishiza Okpanobi, yes. Okpanobi, yes.
Yes.
And I mean, and looking at especially what Okpanobi does, can get into the hoop. Owen Cogden, a bigger body out there, not in the starting lineup tonight, actually. And I'm looking around. He might be the one who's in the boot here at center court to not get that confirmation. We'll try to get that here. But it really begins and ends with Tyler Pepin, the leading scorer, about 17 points a game for the junior. He's the straw that stirs the drink. In their loss against Pine Richland last Friday night, Tim, he had half of their points in that overtime loss. That's going to be the key, is can they do can they get him quality looks, and then if he's hitting shots and Newcastle has to collapse, can somebody else go and hit the shots when they need to? Now, especially Kai West as that number 2 option, the senior, about 12 points a game for him. Those are the two really that you're going to be keeping your eye on. Not a whole lot of size, especially if Congdon is out tonight. So keep that in mind as this game goes along.
And, of course, Seneca Valley led by head coach Kevin Tost in his 6th season at the helm of the Raiders. He's a longtime coach in the Whipple.
Yes, he's been here for a while. I mean, you look at all these coaches really in Class 6A have been veteran coaches at least 5-6 years in their respective programs. And this is a program, though, that has been they've been unable really, Tim, to get over that final jump when you look at it. A couple of 11-11 seasons, dead 500, but that's the best that they've had in now 131 games under the 6 years of Coach Tevin Trost. But he's got a long resume before that, though. Canavan, Carlinton, North Hills. He's been a part of some winning programs and looking to get the Raiders back into it. But as you know, any given night, anything can happen in Class 6A. We've seen that all throughout the course of the year, especially with these Newcastle Canes.
And the Canes, of course, are led by Ralphie Blundell with 22.5 points per ball game, shooting over 80% from the line. Blundell's career high is a season high of 34 this year. Damian Harrison, the sophomore, averaging 16 points a game and shooting 66% from the line. Kyrell Harris is chipping in with almost 9 points a game. And J.T. Warren with just over 7.5 points per ball game. The Canes have scored 1,310 points this season, surrendering 1,136, averaging 62 points scoring per ball game and giving up only 54. Ralph Blundell is the longtime head coach of the Canes in his 14th season with a record of 328 and 58 with the Canes and overall 342 and 60.
And that 54 points per game allowed, that's where the key is going to be in this one, Tim, because 54 points per game is probably higher than what he wants. But the last couple of games, Newcastle has gotten that defensive intensity. Finally, they've gotten that defensive intensity. I guess is probably the best way to say it. And with that in mind, they need another one of those uncommon defensive efforts here tonight and not allow the easy trips to the basket. Even that fourth quarter against Pine Richland, they got a little dicey. I think they scored as many points in the fourth quarter as they had in the first 3 quarters combined, to be honest. So they need to play a full 32 minutes to make this one happen tonight.
And in Seneca Valley, averaging 50 points per ball game, while their opponents are scoring 56 points per game. All right, we're going to take another timeout. When we come back, James Dawson will have a conversation with head coach Ralph Blundell of the Canes. You're watching LC SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Castle Asphalt and Construction is driven to provide quality, cost-efficient pavement-related services to Western Pennsylvania. Every paving or construction service at Castle Asphalt begins with a thorough site inspection of the area to allow their team of professionals to become familiar with the unique conditions of your home or business. Once the site inspection is complete, Castle Asphalt provides you with a detailed plan of the design, cost, materials, and time of completion, so you know exactly what to expect during your construction. Visit castleasphalt.com to request a quote for your next project and make your dream design come to fruition.
In workers' compensation, my clients are oftentimes not receiving their wage loss. They're not receiving their medical expenses. LGKG, they come to us so that we can put them in a position to pay their bills. If we're keeping our promises, our clients are getting the justice they deserve.
Does your blueprint not match the vision of your building project? Not with Creative Edge Architecture. From concept to creation, Jeff Measle will help tackle the complex problems, creating design solutions and construction experience. Creative Edge gives you the edge design and construction meet.
Back on the pregame show, you're going to get a chance to talk with Newcastle coach Ralph Blunder before their game against Seneca Valley here tonight. Coach, I mean, you couldn't have asked much more for your team. You got 2 wins, put yourself in the position to control your own destiny tonight. Talk about this past week and how everything's been.
Well, I mean, we knew we needed 3 to get in, and we got the big one against Central, and then got another one on the road against Pine, and that leads us to where we're at now. I mean, it was win or go home for 3 straight, and so we treated them all like playoff games, and but the other 2 don't mean a thing if we don't take care of business tonight.
What does that mean, though, in terms of exactly what you said? Those were 2 playoff games before the postseason, something you guys in your tenure really haven't had to have that in 14 years, but still playoff time, Newcastle playoff basketball has shown up so far.
Yeah, right. Well, I mean, we're used to being in the playoffs, sometimes 6, 7, 8 games into the season, and here we are on the last section game. And got to win to get in, and that's our first time, and quite the experience, I can tell you, just for all of us to have our backs against the wall and to, demand good practices and growth, and like I said, I'm looking forward to having a game like this on a home court on Friday night. When we get in, we got to take care of business. When
we talked for the Central game, you talked about the necessity to amp it up defensively and get back to that 10, 11, 12 points per quarter. You did that, especially in that game, and for the most part against Pine Richland as well. What was the biggest difference in getting that defensive intensity and doing what you guys did?
Well, the first thing on the board is total defensive engagement, and I think that it'll be even more important tonight because of the way that they play. Both Central and Pine morph into a dribble drive type of offense where you have to guard the ball. However, Seneca Valley is more of a motion screen and slip screen, and so you have to communicate and you have to stay engaged, and you almost got to kind of keep your eye on your own guy more than the ball to see what they're doing. It's unique. They slow down just before their screens and freeze it for just a second, and then they make a move. So very difficult to defend, and we'll have to do a good job with that tonight.
Talking with Coach Plum on the pregame show, and Coach really was impressed with Chase Lemon and what he's done in the last couple of games, specifically defensively. Just talk about his role growing, especially as a role player, but getting the job done with the minutes he's given.
Yeah, I mean, he's one of those guys that he's a really hard worker and tough kid. I mean, he can really defend. He's got good instincts and takes good angles with some quickness and toughness that goes with it. And the more he takes care of the ball, the more minutes he's going to get. Chase will keep getting better.
Talk about your seniors real quick, Coach. Wanting this to not be their last regular season meaningful game.
Yeah, I mean, JT and Mar, two guys who have assumed certain roles on this team, and the only 2 seniors that we have, and just outstanding young men. And really I can't say enough about them in terms of their character and their commitment to the team. They may not be Malik Hooker and Sean Anderson, but their commitment to Red Hurricane basketball was second to none, and I've appreciated everything they've given this program. I look forward to celebrating them tonight.
One final question here, Coach. Biggest key to stopping the Seneca Valley offense tonight?
Just like I said, the total engagement, total composed, fierce approach to our defensive intensity. When the ball goes up, we got to make sure we rebound the ball and see if we can get something on the other end.
Good stuff. Go get him, Coach.
Thank you.
And we'll be back after this timeout. Final game of the year, Newcastle, Seneca Valley. Winning, you're in for the Canes. Right here on Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Does your blueprint not match the vision of your building project? Not with Creative Edge Architecture. From concept to creation, Jeff Measle will help tackle the complex problems, creating design solutions and construction experience. Creative Edge gives you the edge design and construction meet.
I think the key to any attorney-client relationship is trust. My father told me a long time ago, the definition of personal integrity is really simple. Do what you say you're going to do. At LGKG, we've been doing that for over 80 years.
When it comes to protecting those you love, the businesses you've built, or the things you've earned, you need someone you can trust. Who better to protect your interests than a local insurance agent? Pontius Insurance is a team of local agents helping local residents in Lawrence County and surrounding areas. Personalized service you deserve. Works in Progress Painting wishes a successful and satisfying season to all Lawrence County sports teams and athletes. Work hard and bring honor to your team in how you play. Joe Wright and his family have been providing painting, window cleaning, and other property services for homeowners and businesses in the Lawrence County area for over 10 years. Their goal on every project is to provide a meaningful service that honors their customer, God, and their family, and to have fun while doing it. Works in Progress is now booking interior painting and related projects for the winter season. Call Joe today, 724-714-4294, to discuss your next project.
And welcome back here to the Nikkei High Fieldhouses. The introductions are going on court, and starting lineups will be brought to you by Doran Concrete, laying the foundation for your team. Don't let just anybody lay the foundation of your home or business. Visit DoranConcrete.com for your free estimate today.
Your starting lineup, starting with Seneca Valley, it will be Jake Manchin in the starting lineup tonight, as well as Ashiza Okpanobi. He's averaging 8 a game. Tyler Pepin, a leading scorer at 17 points per contest. Kai West, 12 per game. And Andrew Omasitz, a 5'11 sophomore at 5 points a game. So Manchin, Okpanobi, Pepin, Omasitz, and Kai West for the Seneca Valley Raiders. On the other side, for the Newcastle Red Hurricane, Damian Harrison is a 6'4 sophomore, averaging 16 points a game. Joining him, Ralphie Blundo, the 5'11 junior, averaging 22.5 per game, one of the leading scorers in the county. Kyrell Harris, the 5'11 junior, 8.5 points per game. And the two seniors, 5'10 senior Demarion Young at 3.5 points per game, and JT Warren, the big man, 6'6 senior at 7.5 points per game.
And tonight's keys to the game are brought to you by Work in Progress Paint Services. Call Joe Wright at 724-714-4294 to discuss your next painting project. That number once again is 724-714-4294.
So I think the main key for Newcastle is to keep working it in with JT Warren. He had a great game, 14 points the first time these two teams played, and a big performance, 14 on Tuesday night as well. Working it inside before working it outside, Tim, I think has got to be the big key. That's what allows guys like Harrison and Blundo to go off. And also, Blundo 34 points, but only with 2 threes in that game on Tuesday night. Also very impressive because they got to the hoop. On the other side, it's spoiler alert time for the Raiders. Can they get it done here on the road with nothing in favor for them, just a chance to play spoiler for everyone else?
8 minutes on the clock. It's basketball time here from the Nikkei High Fieldhouse, and the tip is controlled by the Canes. As Kyrell Harris brings the ball into the forecourt, he'll go left side on the wing, back up top to Harrison. He'll try a deep three, and he swishes it home.
What a great start right there. You run a set play after winning the tip, get it to your sharpshooter, and he knocks down his 54th three of the year.
Andy Olamitz with the ball. Olamitz as he gets it back into inside, turnaround jumper, shot taken, no good there by Kai West.
And nothing but white jerseys in the paint going for that rebound. That's a huge start right there, Tim.
As Harris takes it down the road and with the little underhand layup, up and good. And it quickly 5-0 lead here for the Canes. Bringing the ball up court is Tyler Pepin.
Yeah, beautiful job of getting to the hoop by the lefty.
West with the ball inside the arc, now bounces back outside, goes left side. As they work it back, down the left side, shot off the glass, no good. Rebound there by the Raiders. They get it outside, and Pepin puts it in for 3.
I think it was Kai West, actually 21 on that three after the Manchin offensive rebound. But right as you say, a great rebound on the first time down the trip, Tim. Second time down the court, no one boxed out.
Canes with the ball around the arc. Ralphie Blundo with the ball between the two circles, right side. Now goes left side, goes into the corner. Gets it back. He'll try a deep three from the wing. Good.
Big start from downtown, way downtown.
8-2 lead here for the Canes as they bring the ball down court. The Raiders got it as they work it out. West inside, and shot going to be blocked. Picked up there by the Canes as they get it all out to Harris. Harris grinds down in the block as Harrison takes it to the whole shot, no good. Gets it on rebound, puts up strong again, no good. Rebound this time by Mason as they get the ball up front, get it down court to West, and West lays it in for two.
Oh, man, Harrison had two great looks, couldn't get it to go, and then maybe too much ball watching there as Newcastle got beat up the floor for the two-pointer.
Harris with the ball, gives it over to Blundo. Blundo with dribbling with the left hand, goes into the corner. As they work it back up, that is Young with it now and gives it inside to Blundo. Takes it on a runner, and Ralphie puts it in.
You know, any undersized guard needs to get that floater in his game, and he's done that to perfection these last 2 years.
B is going to get it back out as they work it around. Left side, get it for a three, top, up, and good there by West again.
So back-to-back threes to start the game for Kai West. Makes it a 10-8 Newcastle lead.
Harris brings the ball in the forecourt, gets it over to Blundo. Blundo getting guarded tight, and he's going to hit the timeline, and it'll be over and back on the dribble. .458 remaining here in the first quarter. West will throw it in here for the Raiders. Get it up top, gets it over. Ometz as he gets it back up top, down over to Householder. Householder, top of the key, stops his dribble, goes left side. West for three from the wing, shot no good. Rebound there by the Canes as they bring the ball up with Jackson.
Yeah, smallest man in the corner. Yeah, Jackson's the one who jumps up and gets to that one.
Blundo for a deep three between the two circles, shot no good. Rebound in the corner. There by Householder, stolen by Warren. Pass to Harrison. Harrison off the glass for two.
Oh, an early nomination for your Maley Chiropractic play of the game. Warren stays with it, gets the poke, and gets the assist.
As they drive down inside, they'll give it over to Pepin. He'll try off the glass, and good for two.
And that's what Pepin can do, though. He drives so well, and he's got the soft touch when he gets to the rim. 2-point lead for the Canes midway through the first.
Blundo with the ball in the forecourt. Drives into the lane, throws it back out. We're going to get a whistle and a foul. They're going to get this one on Mason. Jake Mason, he's a senior 6'3" center here for the Raiders.
Yeah, he's kind of stepping in for Owen Cogden. If you missed in the pregame show, the 6'5" senior, or 6'5" sophomore Cogden, who's been in the lineup. Not tonight. It looked like he was in a walking boot. And instead, you have the 6'3" Manson in to start.
And Blundo for a deep three, rattles the rim, no good. Rebound there by the Raiders as they bring the ball up court. Householder with it, gives it over to West on the right wing. West drives into the lane. West back outside. They'll work it down into the corner on the left side. Shot off the rim, no good. That shot taken there by Householder. Rebound there by the Canes. Get it over to Harrison. Harrison drives inside, rolls, and takes it to the hoop. Good for two.
Harrison with 7 here in the early going. Canes back up by 4. And a nice, again, nifty move getting in the lane for the 6'4" sophomore.
With the ball, bringing it up is Omowitz. As they give a bounce pass, gets it over to Pepin. Give it back out to Householder. Over to Pepin as he drives inside. And he's going to take the roll, gets the shot with the foul. Nice thing there by Pepin. Tyler Pepin will head to the line looking for a three-point play.
Yeah, Blundo will pick up the foul. And the key on that one there, Tim, is the threat of the three from Tyler Pepin caused a closeout that just wasn't quite under control enough by Damian Harrison. And then trying to draw the charge was Blundo realized he was going to stop in front of him, reached out, got the little hand-on-hand contact, and that's what leads to this and-one opportunity. So first free throw attempt of the game coming for Pepin, already with 6 points on the game, make it 7.
Yep, he puts it in. And Canes lead by 1 as bringing the ball up is Jackson. Jackson drives down the lane, throws it back outside. That's Harrison for a three. He is partially blocked. Is underneath, though, is the Canes, and they put it up and in with McKnight.
Yeah, McKnight, you just checked in. Ball kind of just fell in his lap, but a nifty up and under reverse layup with the left hand.
The Raiders with the ball in the forecourt. From the wing, three, rattles the rim, no good. Rebound there by Pepin. And
foul on Newcastle, looks like.
Yep. They're going to get that on Jackson. 16-13 Canes lead, 2:42 remaining. Tyler Pepin will throw it in from underneath the basket. He'll lob it inside. Shot taken, no good. Rebound there by McKnight. Gets it out to Blundo. Blundo on the move. Dribbles the left hand. Takes it to the hole on the left side. Shot no good. Battle for the rebound picked up there by Pepin as he drives. He'll try an alley-oop, and it's successful as he gets it over to Kai West.
Yeah, high up in the air. West goes up, meets it, and puts it soft off the glass. Makes it a 1-point game. 2:15 remaining in the first. High scoring first quarter.
Jackson with the ball into the court. Gives it over to Blundo. Drives at the lane. A little runner from the lane. Shot up and good.
Again, that little runner.
Blundo with 7 as they bring the ball around. Householder gives it up top to Pepin. He'll try a 3. It's good with a switch.
And you can just hear the Newcastle bench imploring the defense. You got to get up on him because he's got unlimited range essentially, and that one ties it up at 18.
Minute 45 here to play in the quarter. Blundo with the ball. He'll spin. Throw it back out. That is Young for 3. Shot going to be short. Picked up there by West as they bring the ball up. They'll give it right side, and he'll bring it down. Throw it back out. Householder with it. Householder into the left corner. Now they'll work it back out to Householder between the 2 circles. Pepin with the ball in the wing. They'll go into the corner. And they throw inside, and shot taken off the glass. Good by Pepin.
Well, that right there is exactly, Tim, what Coach Blundo was talking about in the pregame show. All 5 got to be attentive. All guys got to know where their guy is and the ball is. And with that one, just kind of snuck behind it, Pepin, and a beautiful pass to find the open man right on the block.
McKnight with the ball down. Gives it over to Harrison on the right wing. Harrison hands it back off to Blundo. Down to 45 seconds. Blundo looks to engage and then pulls it back out. Goes into the corner. That's Harrison for 3. Good.
His second of the first quarter. 3 threes for each team. It's 21-20 here in the first.
Bringing the ball up is Pepin. As he gets it back out to West. West gives it back over. As at the top is Pepin now. Pepin's looking to control the ball. We're down to 14 seconds. Pepin calling a play. We're down to 10. Pepin with the ball at 8. He'll engage. He'll throw into the corner. He'll get it out. It's going to be West for a 3. It's going to be short. Picked up by Jackson. Whips down court. It'll fall short. We've played one here at the Nikai High Fieldhouse, and the Canes lead by 1, 21-20. You're listening to and watching LC SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Works in Progress Painting wishes a successful and satisfying season to all Lawrence County sports teams and athletes. Work hard and bring honor to your team and how you play. Joe Wright and his family have been providing painting, window cleaning, and other property services for homeowners and businesses in the Lawrence County area for over 10 years. Their goal on every project is to provide a meaningful service that honors their customer, God, and their family, and to have fun while doing it. Works in Progress is now booking interior painting and related projects for the winter season. Call Joe today, 724-714-4294, to discuss your next project.
When the high school season heats up, make sure you have the best gear to support your school. Head to the Red Zone on Wilmington Road in the Shannock for all your county sporting apparel needs. From sporting goods to custom apparel to embroidery and more, the Red Zone has it all. Quality gear for all 8 schools in the County of Champions. Stop by and enter the Red Zone or visit them online at theredzonesports.com. Score big at the Red Zone.
And welcome back here to the Nikai High Fieldhouse. 8 minutes on the clock as we get ready for the second quarter. Canes lead by 1, 21-20. And a very fast-paced, high-scoring first quarter. The Raiders will inbound the ball on the far side at midcourt. They'll throw it in to Omazit as he gives it over, back out. Omazit with it. Omazit will drive inside, throw it into the corner. We're going to get a 3 try, and it's up and good. That 3 is there by Priester.
And that's the first points today by someone not named Tyler Pepin or Kai West. Pepin had 12, West had 8 in the first quarter. And how about this coming in? Big one there for Ryan Priester.
So the Canes trail by 2. Up top is Harrison. Harrison drives with the left side. And he's going to be blocked there by Okuponobi.
But in trying to draw the charge at the same time was Jason Householder, and I think Jackson's actually going to get be the one who gets the foul. Yeah, Jackson Householder, excuse me. And I think they're going to say it was a pass in the end, so possession. No, they are going to give a shooting motion, it looks like.
Looks like, yeah.
Interesting.
So that is Harrison at the line. He'll be shooting 2 here with 7:23 to play in the second quarter.
We didn't get a chance to talk about it in the pregame show as this first free throw is up and good. Harrison with 11, Blundo with 7, but free throw shooting, probably the best free throw shooting team that Coach Blundo has had in his tenure. 71% as a team coming into tonight's game as we see Chase Lemon check in for the first time. We heard him in the pregame show as well. He's been, kind of lightning in a bottle these last couple of games, not offensively, but doing the little things defensively.
And his shot is up and good. He hits them both, and we're tied at 23. As Householder will take a seat, and Tyler Pepin will come back in. Pepin with the ball in the backcourt, and the trap comes. He tries to get underneath it and gets it to go out, and we're getting a whistle and a foul.
I think they called the travel.
Oh, they called the travel. Take that back. And he was trying to go between the 2 defenders, and then got trapped and turned over the ball on the travel for the Canes.
Score update from across town. Neshannock against Mohawk. There's still 8 minutes to tip off.
Lemon with the ball.
Meanwhile, we're 7 minutes remaining in the second quarter.
Give it over to Blundo in the corner on the left side. Blundo, left baseline. Pulls up jumper. High off the back rim, no good. Rebound there by the Raiders.
Yeah, that one much better defense on that little runner from Blundo that he's been successful 2 or 3 already today.
Gives it back out to Pepin. Drives into the lane. Runner with the right hand. Shot is good.
That's why Pepin is so good. Again, the pump fake on the 3 got the defender in the air and basically had a wide open path to the lane. 2-point Seneca Valley lead.
And we're going to get a charge. Yes, underneath the basket, off the ball.
Called it on Blundo.
Yeah. So that is his first. Oh, it's his second.
That is his second, yeah. He got the blocking foul earlier, so.
Wow.
They only have 1 up on the board, but I have that marked down as his second.
As they work it down court, quickly with the ball is Okanobi. Now they give it back up top. As they work it over to Omitz, to Okanobi. As he throws inside. Stolen away by the Canes. Harris on the move. Harris with the ball gives it over to Blundo. Blundo will drive into the lane. Throw it back out in the corner. Lemon for 3. Right goes the rim, no good. Warren goes to the rebound, but we're going to get a whistle and a foul.
Yeah, foul on the rebound as Warren's going to grab the rebound. He got pushed in the back by Priest, so that would have been a heck of a time for Chase Lemon to hit his first 3 of the year, wouldn't it, Tim?
Oh, I was ready for it. The fall was just a little too strong. 6:12 here to play in the first half. 25-23 lead here for the Raiders. Inbound goes to Warren, gives it over to Harrison. Harrison with the ball, works it inside to Warren. He goes high off the glass, good for 2.
His first points, so 5 players now in the scorebook for Newcastle. And a beautiful play to get the big man open in the middle.
The Raiders with the ball, they get it in the hands of Tyler Pepin. Pepin drives to the left side, and he's going to get fouled from behind as Harris goes for the steal.
And Coach Blundo asking what was it that he saw? And that's what Blundo was saying. The official was right about where we were. We couldn't see much of a foul, and that's what Coach Blundo was saying, that he wasn't in the position to be able to make that call. But nonetheless, he did. He's the one who gets the personal call.
As they work it down outside, again for 3, back of the rim, no good. Rebound on the floor, picked up there by Harris. Harris brings it on up the court. We're tied at 25. Harris dribbling with the ball, throws it back out to Harrison. He'll lose control, but run it back down in the wing. Harrison with the ball between the 2 circles over to Blundo. Turn around triple, back rim, no good. Rebound there by Warren, goes up strong. Blocked there by Householder as he outlets it, gets it quickly out to Omitz. And we get a whistle underneath. Let's see what they call here.
Another reach-in foul, and the Caniacs are none too pleased. Lemon's going to pick up the foul. By the way, our men in stripes tonight are Mario DeBello, Andrew Reiner, and Reggie Smith. 25-25 your score here, Tim. 5:15 remaining in the first half. Our LGKG halftime show will be coming your way.
Brian Priester checks back in here for the Raiders. They have to get it in. They'll throw it all the way into the backcourt.
Yeah, smart play by Kai West, letting it get all the way to the backcourt before grabbing it.
As they go left side, they get it over to Omitz as he goes straight to the hole, and he's going to get fouled.
And Lemon was in great defensive position the whole way through, but kind of lost his footing as he went to the hoop. He was chesting him up perfectly, but then as he went to the ground, because he slipped him, that's when he got the hands on him. And keep an eye on this, because that's the 4th team foul against Newcastle here in the quarter.
Omitz at the line. 5:04 here to play in the second quarter. We are tied at 25. Andy Omitz at the line, and he shoots it, rolls it in and out. It looked like it was going to go down, and it hit a back spur and bounced out.
You're not kidding. I don't think it could have gone any further down.
So we're still tied at 25. Jackson's about to check in here for the Canes for the first opportunity.
Coach Wendell had to hold a couple back that wanted to check in.
And there's the bucket on the free throw there.
So 26-25 as Omitz gets his first points of the night.
So 1 point lead here for the Raiders. Harris will bring the ball up here for the Canes. Gives it over to Blundo, goes left side to Jackson. Jackson double team. They'll throw it over to Blundo. Blundo loses the ball on a script from behind, but he'll go out of bounds. They'll stay with the Canes.
Yeah, Raiders tried something a little differently there. They came out in a 2-1-2 or 1-2-2 trap right at half court, and Newcastle pretty fortunate that they were able to get the ball across and break the trap long enough. It was knocked out of bounds, but last touch by the Raiders.
Harris receives the inbound pass in the backcourt, now crosses timeline. Harris with the ball goes into the corner, finds Blundo. Blundo loses control. It's juggled, but last touch by the Raiders going out of bounds. So he'll stay with the Canes as they'll throw it in from underneath.
Yeah, Pepin didn't really bite on the backdoor cut and didn't see the ball, but had the arm in the passing lane. Well trained there, getting in the passing lane and knocking it away.
Throw it out to Blundo. Blundo from the right wing, stops and pops. This is good for 3.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if the foot might have been on the line, but it was just a smidgen behind. Canes back up by 2, his second 3 tonight.
As they drive down from the left side, going to the hole was Kai West.
Fouls against Kyrell Harris. And this isn't bonus free throws, but it is bonus the rest of the way with 4:31 remaining here in this first half. Your bonus free throws brought to you by Castle Asphalt. They know the importance of making a good first impression. Visit them online, castleasphalt.com, to get your free estimate.
West puts it in for his first of 2 from the line. As Jake Mason checks back in here for the Raiders. Second shot is good. He hits them both.
Kai West now in double figures with 10.
And the Canes will bring the ball in the forecourt. Blundo with the ball in midcourt. Standing at the logo. 4:15 here to play in the quarter. Throw in the corner. That's Harrison for 3. High arc shot, no good. Rebound there by Warren. He goes off the front of the rim and good for 2.
Yeah, Warren kind of the beneficiary with that one, really, Tim, because the ball was batted away and just he was the only one there able to get it because Seneca couldn't hold on to it.
West will go for 3 from the left wing. Good.
His third 3 of this first half. Wow.
With the ball is the Canes, and they're going to turn it over on a travel or
carry.
Carry, take your pick, whatever you want to call it. 3:48 remaining here in this first half. A 1-point Raiders lead, 31-30.
And right now, Newcastle's got to keep the composure. There are some calls that they feel are not going in their direction. You can see, kind of the stunned faces, the palms up to the sky. The fans getting into it as well with the, the mocking chants towards the officials. Got to keep your head in. Got to keep composed. You're only down 1 here late in the first half.
West with the ball inside the arc. Bounce pass into Okanobi, and he's going to get whistled and fouled. And that'll put Okanobi at the line.
And that one definitely a foul on Ralph Blundo. Came straight down, and that's what Dad's telling him right now is that he's coming straight down.
And the shot is up and good.
Coach, Donald. Yeah. And they're keeping him in. They're going to keep Blundo in, playing with 3 fouls. Chase Lemon's got 2. He's back on the bench. And they got to trust that Ralphie will do what he needs to do.
And the ball's headed off no good on the shot, but it was tipped up and rebound there by Warren. So the foul shot was missed, but it was a big battle for the rebound. The Canes with the ball in the forecourt. Harrison goes strong, goes off the backboard, no good. Rebound there by West. Outlets it to Okmanobi. And he's going to get hit with a charge.
And how about Blundo drawing the Bador Bonner Law charge, playing with 3 fouls in the first half and going in and absorbing the lowering of the shoulder. Wow.
Gutsy play. Gotta love it. Canes trail by 2. With the ball is Harris. Gives it over to Harrison. Back to Harris in the corner on the right side. Tries right baseline. Throws it out to Warren. Over to Blundo, top of the key. Blundo, left side. Give it to Harrison. Harrison for a deep 3. Back of the rim, no good. Rebound on the ground, picked up there by West. West on the move. West down the right side. Rolls the rim off the glass. It's good for 2.
Yeah, nice little Euro step to avoid the possible charge, and a good job of kind of getting out of the way by Ralphie Blundo. 4-point lead, 34-30 here late in the first half. Timeout called by Newcastle.
This is a full timeout, so let's take a timeout. You're watching LC SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Looking for a unique way to expand your business? Advertise on the Lawrence County SportsNet and be seen by thousands of viewers in the area and around the country on over 100 broadcasts each year. Visit lcsportsnet.com and click Advertise with LCSN.
Right now, someone very special needs your help. This is Jack Lynn, CEO of City Rescue Mission. No one is beyond God's love and care. One person's life can affect another. Though you may never meet this person, you can make a difference in his or her life. Hurting men and women in our community desperately need food, shelter, and physical and spiritual care. Some are struggling with abuse and addiction. They feel alone, unloved, and forgotten. Individual, caring people provide their hope. You can help change the lives of men, women, and children. Visit cityrescuemission.org and help us today.
2 minutes, 44 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Canes trail by 4 in a must-win game here at home against Seneca Valley. Seneca Valley came in tonight with a 6-15 overall record, 2-7 in Section 1A, but they did defeat the Canes earlier this year, and a 15-point win here for the Raiders on the road at their home court. And they're giving a battle here in the second quarter.
Yeah, and definitely, again, a higher scoring game than what Newcastle wants. They wanted this game to be in the, in the 40s or 50s to end the game. We might be in the 40s for both teams by the end of the first half. 2:35 remaining. It's 34-30 with Seneca Valley leading.
Blundo with the ball, looks in, going to throw it up high for Harris. It's going to be nicked away, picked up by the Raiders, stolen away by Blundo. Blundo on the move down the court. He'll stop and fire, finds Warren. Warren off the glass with the foul. It's good.
JT Warren running the floor. Credit first for Damian Harrison. It was knocked away from him. He comes back, pokes it away from behind, and is able to then start the break the other way.
There's
Blundo
a
finding it up.
nomination for the Maley Chiropractic play of the game.
Yeah, we got a couple good ones already here, Tim.
And here's the shot by Warren to complete the three-point play.
He's got 7 all here in the second quarter.
Bringing the ball up is Omowitz as he gives it back over to West, back to Omowitz as he brings it up over to Okumobi as they give it back around. With the ball is Omowitz. Omowitz now into the corner, and they'll give it to Pepin. He'll drive down. He has room against Wharton. Up and good for 2.
Pepin now with 16. He averages 17 per game. Newcastle switched up. They went into a zone. They were trying to prevent that dribble drive, but he got baseline, got the defender in the air, and put it in for 16.
Warren with the ball, top of the key, gives it over to Harrison. He'll try a 3. Back of the rim, no good. Rebound there by the Raiders as they outlet it. Get it out to Pepin. Pepin slows it down, goes left side. Gets it over to Omowitz as they give it into the corner. Drive baseline. It's Okmanobi. Shot taken, no good. Follow-up shot, no good. Ball batted it around, and it's going to go Canes' way.
Yeah, over the back is going to be called on the rebound.
On Omowitz.
Yeah, Omowitz is going to get that foul. And that's the 5th, so we got Newcastle asshole free throws the other way now for Newcastle as well. And I'll tell you what, I think Tyrell Harris might have been lucky not to get called for a goaltending. That's what Coach Kevin Tross is saying over there. As he went up for the block, it looked like his hand got caught in the net. I believe that should be an automatic goaltending when a defender hits the net going up for a block. Nope, I got a shake of the head from our rules expert here next to us.
It's good to know to have that. So Jackson at the line shooting 2, and he puts the first one in. Norega Jackson looking to complete the pair and cut the lead down to 1. And he does. Jackson hits them both. And it's 36-35. Raiders with the lead as they bring the ball up. Openobi gives it over to West. West back to Omitz as they get it into the corner. Omitz with the ball.
One of the things on coach's board was talk, and there's a lot of talk right now defensively right now, trying to get everybody in the right position. They know what's coming defensively. Can they stop it?
A 3 by Pippen, shot no good. Rebound there by Harris, gives it out to Blundell. Blundell brings it up court. Behind the back, goes into the corner. That's Jackson. Throw cross court to Harris. Harris dribbles into the lane. He'll find Jackson, too tall, goes out of bounds. And that turnover will give the ball back to the Raiders with 54 seconds remaining here in the quarter.
And I saw about 10 people up in the stands all at once, and now Coach Blundell the same, giving the calm, the slow it down a little bit. Take a breath right there. And Coach Blundell is saying, hey, the issue with that jump pass is that you have to do something once you're in the air. Wanting the jump stop to allow the play to develop. Unable to do so on that one. Now 54 seconds remaining. Seneca Valley will see if they will try to hold it for a while, Tim, or if they'll look to put one in the basket here quickly.
Okinobi and Tyler with Pippen with the ball. They get back and forth.
1-2-2 zone defense for Newcastle.
Down to 40 seconds on the play clock. The time clock now down to 35. They're just going to see what the Canes choose to do now. They go man to man.
Yeah, very sagging man, but they have switched into man. The man, their more traditional defense.
They go left side to Householder, down to 22 seconds. Back right side, work it over to West. Bounce pass inside to Openobi. As they get it back out, 3 taken by Householder. Shot taken, no good. Rebound there by Blundell. Blundell on the move, gets it out to Young. Young will pull up for a 3. Front of the rim, no good. Bounced out pass, picked up there by the Raiders. That's Pippen. He'll take it to the hole, off the glass, too strong. And West follows up, but the clock runs out. And we have played a half here at the Nikai High Fieldhouse. And it's the Raiders leading the Canes by 1, 36-35.
And give credit to Kyrell Harris. That looked like it was just going to be an easy breakaway. No one there to guard Pepin, but runs through, does not make contact with the player, runs straight through, alters the shot, alters the eyesight if nothing else, and with that, took just enough time off the clock that the putback attempt was after the buzzer. 36-35, Seneca Valley leading at the half, but mark that one down too, Tim, because those are 2 big points that could come into fruition here later in this game.
And it's time now for our halftime show, brought to you by LGKG. Your insurance company's not always on your side, but the law office of Luxembourg, Garbutt, Kelly, and George are. We're going to come back with the LGKG halftime show right after this. You're watching LC SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
When it comes to shopping for insurance, there are thousands of options out there. MVP Insurance proactively shops and compares your policies to find the best coverage and rate. Josh Madure and David Verratti want to provide you with the level of personalized service that you know that you are the MVP of their agency. They simplify insurance so you can live stress-free. Visit one of the locations in Xenia Leopold or in New Springfield, Ohio. Call MVP for the win. Proud sponsor of the MVP of the game on the Lawrence County SportsNet.
For 20 years, Melee Chiropractic has treated athletes of all ages to help them get safely back to the top of their game. Melee Chiropractic has 3 full-time doctors in their office, and all 3 are former area athletes who have had to battle injuries throughout their careers. They want to help you get safely back on your feet. But more importantly, help stop the injuries before they happen. Prehab before you rehab. Attention all high school student athletes. During your sports season, a $30 visit to the Melee Chiropractic office includes an adjustment and/or all therapy is necessary. From the athletes of tomorrow to the weekend warriors and everything in between. Let Melee Chiropractic keep you in the game.
For more than 120 years, people have been relying upon Martindale Hubbell's AV preeminent rating to select their attorneys. If you're involved in a workers' compensation situation, you should do the same. LGKG has been AV rated for over 40 years.
When you're looking for quality concrete services, contact the experienced professionals at Doran Concrete. Our company is family, locally owned and operated, and has been serving the community for over 30 years. Get residential or commercial concrete services for any size job. Our skilled professionals offer prompt and reliable services at an affordable price. We believe in the principles of honesty, integrity, and reliability. Get in touch with us for exceptional concrete services at prices that you can afford.
In need of a lawyer? Contact Medore Bonner Law, a boutique firm offering tailored legal services in over 120 years legal experience. County residents with strong family ties to the community, Jason Medore and Michael Bonner, established Medore Bonner Law to provide clients with legal expertise and personal attention. Guided by their professional staff, you can feel confident your rights will be protected. Call attorneys Jason Medore or Michael Bonner, or visit MedoreBonnerLaw.com for more information.
I love what I do because coming in every day is different.
How can you not enjoy these kids coming up and hugging you and giving you these great smiles all throughout the day? You guys ready?
Seeing the progress that our kids make every single day is one of the reasons I love coming to school.
What should we do? We have fun.
LCAP Early Learning Centers is hiring. Help empower young minds in Lawrence County and become a superhero today. Apply at lcap.org.
GEM building contractors and developers have a proven record of performance on any size project. They bring value, local craftsmanship, expert management to meet any challenge. From design construction, from inspection to budget estimation, GEM Builder has been building our community for 70 years.
Welcome back to the LGKG halftime show here at the Nikai High Fieldhouse as the Canes trail the Raiders by 36-35. It's now time for our first half scoring recap brought to you by Masters Builders and Craftsmen. Family owned and operated general contractors for 4 generations. Their extensive construction experience, design capabilities, and creative processes allow us to help any project meet any challenge.
5 3-pointers in the first half for Seneca Valley, 4 for Newcastle. I got unofficially as 5 of 10 for the Raiders from beyond the arc. Newcastle 4 of 12 from downtown. Leading all scorers, Tyler Pepin, 16 points, 1 3-pointer, 6 twos, and a free throw for him. Kai West with 15 points, so that's 31 of the 36 points from the 2 leading scorers of Pepin and West. A 3 for Priester off the bench, and 1 of 2 from the free throw line for Okapanobi and Omasitz for the Raiders. On the other side, for Newcastle, 12 points for Damian Harrison. 2 of everything, 2 threes, 2 twos, 2 ones for Harrison. Blundo, 2 threes and 2 twos for 10 points. JT Warren, 7 points, all in the second quarter, and 2 each for McKnight, Harris, and Nora Jackson for the Newcastle Red Hurricanes. They trail 36-35 at the half. Newcastle 21-14 in their 2 quarters. Seneca Valley 20-16. And you can't say much more straightforward than this, Tim. Higher points than they want. Again, they want to be allowing 11 or 12 per quarter, not right now where they're averaging allowing 18 per quarter. Definitely a higher scoring affair, and I think part of that decision-making of going to the zone, trying to slow down that dribble drive, because right now Pepin at times has just been unguardable because you leave him alone outside, he's going to drain it in your eye, but as soon as you step out too quickly on him, then he's driving to the hoop at will, and he's got the space and creates the space very well to be able to get some clean looks in the paint. That's what Newcastle's main focus, I'm sure, talking in the locker room is right now. How do we control him, especially from driving to the hoop?
It's going to be a very interesting next 4 minutes, or actually say before we get back into playing time. So let's take another timeout. When we come back, we'll get you ready for the second half of tonight's game, and we'll take a look at the second half keys. You're watching LC SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
That was awesome.
Castle Asphalt and Construction is driven to provide quality, cost-efficient pavement-related services to Western Pennsylvania. Every paving or construction service at Castle Asphalt begins with a thorough site inspection of the area to allow their team of professionals to become familiar with the unique conditions of your home or business. Once the site inspection is complete, Castle Asphalt provides you with a detailed plan of the design, cost, materials, and time of completion, so you know exactly what to expect during your construction. Visit castleasphalt.com to request a quote for your next project and make your dream design come to fruition.
You're listening to the LGKG halftime show. Let their law firm of AV-rated attorneys and super lawyers guide you through the legal process. Luxembourg, Garbick, Kelly, and George, keeping promises for over 80 years. And it's now time for the second half keys of the game, brought to you by Works in Progress. Give Joe Wright a call at 724-714-4294. Now booking interior painting projects for both residential and commercial. That number again is 724-714-4294 for Joe Wright of Works in Progress Paint Services.
So one of the big keys that we didn't get a chance to fully talk about during the pregame show, Tim, was Obi Okanobi, and mainly because he was a guy who's been coming off the bench. He got the start tonight, but mainly it was those secondary scorers after Pepin especially, but after Pepin and West. Guess what? They haven't really needed them when you have those two combining for 31 of the 36 points, but that's going to be a key the rest of the way for Seneca Valley, I think, is who's going to be that secondary scorer, because they're going to try to lock down as much as possible on Kai West and on Tyler Pepin here the rest of the way. Trying to play spoiler are the Raiders. And for Newcastle, I think they did a pretty good job overall working it inside, Tim, and setting up some of those outside looks as a result. There's been a lot of space, actually, in that second quarter to get it to J.T. Warren. He's got to have the game of his life here in the second half. He's already having a good one, a bunch of offensive rebounds, 7 points all in that second quarter. I think that's got to be a point of emphasis. Keep working it inside to the big man and get to the free throw line. They're 5 of 5 from the line in the first half was Newcastle. They need to continue to do that while also staying out of foul trouble. Again, that's a big part here. Blundo with 3, Harris with 2, Lemon with 2 in foul trouble for Newcastle. On the other side, Jess Omasitz with 2 fouls. That's the only one in foul trouble right now on the Seneca Valley side.
All right, that is our LGKG halftime show here. We thank LGKG for their sponsorship. And I want to remind everybody about our out-of-town scoreboard is brought to you by the Newcastle Transit Authority. Going your way. When you drive, why drive when you can ride, relax and ride? I'll get it yet. Daily routes to Pittsburgh as well as routes around Lawrence County. Visit them online at newcastletransit.org. And that is Newcastle Transit Authority going your way.
And it's going to Shannock's way on the road. Early second quarter, leading Mohawk 14-8 in front of a sellout crowd. That's right, a sellout. They stopped selling tickets at the door for that game over here. We're pretty darn close to capacity out here. Definitely the largest we've seen this year. We've seen larger for sure overall, but definitely the biggest we've seen here this year as Newcastle gets the ball to start the second half, down by 1.
Here we go. Young with the ball, and it gives it over to Harrison. Bounce pass to Harris. Harris on the right wing.
They're going triangle and 2. Tim, this is I can't tell you the last time I saw this in a men's game. This is a triangle and 2 defense right now being put on by Seneca Valley. Last time I saw this was Neshannock against Deer Lakes in the state quarterfinals last year. That's the last time I saw a legit triangle and 2 being run.
Harris gives it into the corner, gets it over to Harris, and the ball is going to be tipped away there by the Raiders, and Omazith brings the ball up. As they get it into the corner on the left side, it is Pepin for 3. Good.
No, you were right the first time. It was Kai West.
I was going to say,
and I was almost going to jokingly say, do you look at maybe doing a triangle and 2 the other way with those 2 scorers, and instead it's Seneca Valley that comes out in it. Incredible.
So Canes with the ball, Harrison with the ball as he drives from the left side, takes it to the hole, high off the glass, good for 2.
Oh, what a hesitation move from Kyrell Harris. That's kind of the move that Blundo was talking about in the pregame show of what you see Seneca Valley do. He did it to perfection. Lulled the defender to sleep with that little hesitation.
To give it over to West. West guarded there by Blundo. Throw inside, shot again off the glass, good. That is Pepin this time.
Yeah.
And it's a 41-37 lead here for the Raiders. 6:35 on a moving clock.
Pepin just 6 foot, the junior, but man, he plays a lot bigger than that. And when he gets the ball down on the block like that, can get to the hoop.
As they bring it back out, Harris with the ball. Harris drives, gives it over to Harrison. Harrison throws into the corner, and it's going to be blocked away, picked up there by the Raiders. West, throw down to Pepin. Pepin blocked from behind there by Harrison.
Yeah, good job again tracking it down. Harrison made the pass that was picked off. He hustled all the way back, and basically LeBron Kobe blocks it off the backboard.
Give it over to Harris. Harris going to travel with the ball as he took a step without dribbling with 6:04 here to play.
So you're 2 minutes into the third quarter, Tim. Newcastle has 3 turnovers in this quarter after 5 the entire first half. And put that in perspective, Seneca Valley has 3 turnovers in the entire game.
Basketball, as most people know, is a game of runs, both offensively and defensively. You got to make those good runs both ways. If they get the ball inside, they get it to Mason, and Mason puts it off the glass for 2.
Yeah, his first points. Now just a flex screen down on the baseline, Tim, and Newcastle didn't communicate well enough whether they were going to switch or fight through the screen. Left an easy layup on the block.
Warren with the ball, bounce pass over to Young. Young cross court, and we get a whistle, and
off the ball foul. Yeah, Okpanobi basically had his arm wrapped around Blundo's neck.
Yep. So that is the first personal foul here in the second half, or actually the third quarter.
Okpanobi's second foul.
As we get started here, now give it back to Harris. Harris bounce pass over to Warren on the left wing. Harris dribbling with the ball, brings it back right side. He'll drive inside, stop, throw it back out. That's Harris for 3. Back of the rim, no good. High off the board, and a last touch by the Raiders going out of bounds. They'll stay with the Canes with 5:15 here to play.
I'm not sure if I just saw that right. Tim, correct me if I'm wrong. Did Blundo just out-jump Warren going for that rebound? I think
so.
He knocked it away from him.
I think so. With the ball is the Canes as they give it back over to Blundo. Blundo, throw inside off the hands of Harrison and goes out of bounds. Another turnover here for the Canes.
Yeah, good look, and Harrison's upset with himself that he didn't squeeze that one. Went right through the wickets and out of bounds. Largest lead of the night here for either team, 43-37, 3 minutes into the second half.
West with the ball. Guarded there by Harrison. Goes right side. Gets it over to Mason. Gives it back out to Pepin. Goes right side. Now back top to West. West backs it off out of the arc. He's on the right wing. He throws it into the corner as they're going to work some clock. Omets with the ball as he gives it back out to Pepin. Pepin goes left side to West in the corner. He has room for a 3 and good.
And that one wasn't even really bad defense from Harris, but he brought the hand down just for a second. And that's all West needed to make his 5th 3 of the night. Game high 21 points.
9-point lead here for the Raiders. Go left side. Bounce pass back to Harris. Goes right, and we're going to get a timeout taken by the Canes. With 4:09 here to play in the quarter. This is a 30-second timeout, so we're going to keep it right here, James.
Yeah, 7-0 run right now for Seneca Valley. Want to give a moment to give a shout out to our friends at Penn Ohio Bottled Water. They sponsor our podcast each and every week, and we will have one more wrap-up podcast over the weekend. Maybe give a little bracketology sneak peek coming up. The brackets will be released 2 o'clock on Monday afternoon is what we've heard from the WPIAL. We'll have another podcast once those brackets come out and kind of break down what we're looking at for the entirety of the WPIAL postseason. We'll probably talk a little bit about all 12 classifications, all 6 for the boys and all 6 for the girls. We might have a few special guests on there. I think Eric Thomas might join, Limo might join. Hey, Tim Contenza, you want to come join too?
I would like to, but I'll probably be in the middle of a route somewhere.
Yeah, I guess that's all right.
Yeah, unfortunately.
We'll get as many games on as we can.
I definitely want to, though. 46-37 is our score. Raiders with the 9-point lead. 4:09 here to remain in the quarter. Give the ball to Harris. Harris for the Canes. Goes into the arc, goes into the corner. Harrison with the ball, back to Harris. Harris, deep 3. Back of the rim, high bouncer. Rebound there by Warren. Back out to Harrison. He'll try a triple. No. Rebound there by the Raiders as they get the ball up front with Pepin. Pepin goes to the ground, and he's going to get pushed from behind.
Yeah, DeMarion Young's going to pick up that personal foul. And better ball movement, better sequence right there for Newcastle in the end. Those second chance efforts, that's what they're going to need to start capitalizing on, because that's the one downside is when you're going in this triangle too like they're going right now, the person who's guarding Harrison and Blundo isn't seeing the ball, isn't seeing the shot. Advantage Newcastle. The other 3 defenders are in a zone. Tough to rebound. Advantage Newcastle. They're getting these offensive bounds. They got to go and put them back in.
3:48 remaining here in the third. No foul trouble for either team right now. Both of them only one personal foul each in the quarter.
Reminder that 3 fouls for Ralphie Blundo. That is the only player in that column with 3 or more.
Throw inside. They get it to West. Back to Pepin. Pepin going to get the ball knocked out of his hands, out of bounds. He'll stay with the Raiders.
Yeah,
3:40 to remaining.
3 different defenders that basically were all trailing on the play, which you don't want to see, but they had the active hands to knock it out. Not sure if it was Blundo, Jackson, or Warren who officially did.
Throw up top to Householder. He'll give it over back to West. Over to Pippin on the right wing. Pepin. Dribbling with the ball. Give it to Omitz. Omitz gives it back up top. They give it back to Pepin. Pepin dribbling with the ball. Back to West. 3:10 on the clock. West loses control. Ball gets it back. Works it inside. Omitz goes underneath. Shot off the glass. No good. Rebound there by Ward. Give it out to Blundo as here comes the Canes. Blundo down. He's going to do a runner from the line. Shot no good. Warner with the rebound. Out to Jackson to Harrison. Drives right, left baseline. Takes it to the hole. Shot no good. But Harrison will head to the line and try to score from there for the Canes as they still trail by 9.
But again, a better sequence, and you heard Coach Blundo yelling, push, push, and actually Ralphie, a good job of first checking behind him, and again, maybe lulling the defense to sleep before then exploding, getting to the lane. A couple of chances didn't fall for Newcastle, but that's, again, what's going to be key. They got to get these extra opportunities, and I think this especially key. Drive in, draw contact, and get to the line that way, where they're now 6 of 6 on the night.
I was going to say, they're such a good foul shooting team. They got to take advantage of that opportunities if they can.
That was Harrison's first points of the second half.
And he hits them both. 14 here for Harrison. 46-39. Pressure by the Canes. Omitz gets it. He'll break it out to Householder. Householder drives into the lane. He'll stop. He'll travel with the ball. And there's the turnover to Canes need.
Yeah, first one in the second half drawn by the Newcastle defense. And by the way, those free throws end a 7-0 run and actually end a 4-minute scoring drought for Newcastle as they try to figure out how to attack this Seneca Valley defense.
They throw it into Young. Young gives it back to Jackson. Jackson will bring it across the timeline. Jackson dribbling with the left hand. And we're going to get a push foul there against Omitz.
Third against Andrew Omisitz.
2:38 remaining here. Throw it up top, give it to Harrison, over to McKnight. Back out to Blundo on the left wing. Blundo looking to drive, loses control, gets the ball back, gives it over to Harrison, to Young, to Jackson. Jackson with the ball, back out. Blundo looked at a 3, he'll drive instead. He'll throw across court. We'll get one in the corner for a 3. Rattles it home is Darmania Young.
And we have a foul on the rebound too. And it's a foul on Seneca Valley. It's a foul on Seneca Valley's Priester on the rebound. This is Newcastle basketball still.
Yes. So a huge three-pointer there by Darmanian Young. And next thing you know, the Canes get the ball back on the foul. They trail by 4. Warren's going to check back in here for the Canes, and McKnight will come out.
Yeah, Young making his 13th 3 of the year. He's been kind of a little forgotten sharpshooter as the senior when he's called upon. And now let's see if Newcastle can turn this into a 5 or maybe 6-point play.
Harris over to Warren. Throw inside. It's going to be knocked out of bounds by the Raiders. Oh, they missed it.
How did all 3 not see that deflection? That was, I mean, you could see we had the perfect angle.
Yeah.
It deflected maybe even twice the way it changed direction, but
unfortunate.
None of the officials see it.
Yeah.
So second opportunity not available. 2 minutes remaining. Lead down to 4, though. Newcastle still very much in this, Tim, as they try to chip away.
With the ball is Omovitz goes outside over to Okpinobi. Back over to, it's going to be Pepin for 3, wide open, good.
And you just heard it to our right. How do you lose him? There's confusion defensively. Newcastle, there's 2 guys you can't lose. It's West and Pepin. They got 21 points each.
They're going to work it down in the corner. It's going to be Young again for a three. Shot no good. Warren gets the rebound. He goes up strong. Got pushed down, but no foul, and we're going to get a whistle and a foul underneath. I believe we are, and it might go against the Canes, and it's going to go against Young.
Yeah, Demarion Young, and he's saying, how is that a foul when you just had J.T. Warren literally get flattened on his putback attempt, but that's what the officials saw, and it's a 7-point lead with Seneca Valley having the ball with 1:30 remaining here in the third quarter.
Yep. Minute 20 here to play. 49-42 lead here for Seneca Valley. Omowitz with the ball, throws left side. That's going to be Pepin for three. Rattles the rim, no good. Rebound there by the Canes. Warren, outlet out to Harrison. Harrison back up to Jackson. Over to Blundo. Blundo backs it off. 1 minute here to play in the quarter. Here comes the defense. They'll throw left side. Get it into Warren. Out in the corner. Jackson for three. Good.
Big shot for Nora Jackson. Just his 4th of the season from downtown, but it cuts the lead down to 4.
Jackson with 5 in the game. We're down to 40 seconds.
The trust, though, the extra pass. Let your freshman, he hasn't scored much this year, trust in him to make the shot when it matters.
They go left side, West with it. He'll back it out. We're down to 30 seconds.
How about some shades of Mike Graham in the WPIAL Championship game as a freshman there, Tim?
I was thinking the same thing.
Same number, too.
Yeah. As they go left side. Pepin with the ball, guarded there by Jackson. Throw underneath. Back from Mason, out to Okumanobi as they give it back out. Pepin with the ball, guarded there by Jackson. And we're gonna get a what?
Foul.
Foul on Jackson.
Jackson reached in, poked it away. And you can hear the displeasure.
The officials in the stands totally disagree.
Yeah. That is the 3rd team foul against Newcastle with 3 seconds remaining.
Well, here we go. A 4-point lead here for the Raiders. 3 seconds remaining in the quarter.
Second against Nora Jackson, by the way. 3rd team foul. 3 seconds remaining, and where will Seneca Valley inbound this? It looks like it will be underneath the offensive hoop. So it's still time to catch, take a couple of dribbles before having to put up a shot.
Pepin will throw it in. He's looking to get it in, and it's going to be knocked away and out of bounds. Last touch there by the Canes. It rolls off the fingertips of Harrison. 1.8 seconds remaining.
Yeah, almost it's a good backdoor cut. Got about a half step against Warren, but the length of Warren able to get a hands on it and smack it back out of bounds.
Pepin will again now throw it in from the right side of the basket. They'll throw in, they'll get it in, it's blocked. Picked up though on the rebound. Up and good by Okpanobi.
Oh my goodness,
Right at the buzzer.
Newcastle had that defended perfectly. They knew it was coming. It was going to be a quick lob in and alley-oop for Kai West. And Harrison read it perfectly, blocked it away, but it just fell right into Okpanobi's hands, who put it off the window and in at the buzzer. A devastating one, but still just a 6-point lead as we head to the 4th quarter.
You're watching LC SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Contractors, the Department of Healthy Homes needs you. From small to large residential projects, you can help families live safer and healthier with the quality work you do. It's rewarding in more ways than one. Call LCAP's Department of Healthy Homes today.
Just like going to the doctor, our homes need a checkup too. If your home is not properly weatherized, you could be at risk for symptoms that cause unhealthy ailments and higher utility bills. The Weatherization Assistance Program is the key to reducing utility costs and increasing comfort in your home. Services include an in-home energy audit to inspect your furnace and hot water tank, check for air sealing around windows and doors, and ensure adequate insulation and ventilation. Learn more at lcap.org or call the Department of Healthy Homes to get your checkup today.
The Canes in a must-win scenario, trail 51-45 with 8 minutes on the clock as we enter the second quarter. Seneca Valley 2-7 in the section, trying to play spoilers here tonight, trying to keep the Canes out of the Whipple for the first time in the Ralph Blundo era.
Yeah, first time in 14 years is what it would be, but you got 8 minutes remaining to be able to avoid that scenario if you're Newcastle. And it's going to be the secondary. We talked about the Seneca Valley secondary players. It's going to come down to Newcastle, not the top 2 scorers, because Harrison and Blundo, they're just being basically wiped out of the game by the defense, kind of a triangle and 2 throughout most of this second half. Harrison had 2 points on the free throw line in the third quarter. Blundo, no points in the third quarter. It's going to be about the rest of that Canes team. Can they step up when it comes down to crunch time here?
Pepin with the ball, guarded there by Blundo. Gives it back out to West. They'll go right side. Omowitz with the ball. Is he going to lose control? Picked up there by Pepin. Pepin throws inside to West in the arc. He'll back it out. 7:30 here to play in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, good defensive sequence here to start for Newcastle. They got to keep on playing because Seneca Valley's going to be content to run their motion as long as it takes to try to get an open shot with a 6-point lead.
West drives into the lane, takes it to the hole, off the grass, no good. Warren with the rebound, gives it out to Harrison. Harrison brings the ball up, goes left side. That's Jackson for 3. Off the back of the rim, no good. Fight for the rebound, picked up by Pepin. Pepin's going to be working downfield, and it takes it all the way to the hole, up and good against Harrison. And it's a 53-45 lead here for the Raiders. Jackson with the ball, gets in the corner to Young. Bounce pass inside, it's going to be knocked away as it headed towards Warren.
And Blundo and Okpanobi ended up tripping over each other in the backcourt. It was a 4-on-4 game there for a little bit before it was just kicked out of bounds by West, allowing his comrades to get back up the court.
Jackson will throw it in on the left side of the basket. He'll give it up top to Blundo. He'll try a 3. Back of the rim, no good. Rebound, Young. Young gets it out back to Blundo. He'll try another 3. The shooter puts it in.
And you know what? He got that space because Okpanobi pulled something, Tim. He's holding that left hamstring. He's hobbling back up the court, but that's how he got just enough space to get both of those shots off.
53-48 lead here for the Raiders. They're going to take a timeout. It's a 30-second timeout. This is a Ponce Assurance timeout. Make sure to stop. Take time out and save money on your insurance. Give agents Dan Ponchos, Jessica Dix, and Tracy Giddings a call and get started today. Visit them online at ponchosinsurance.com and request a quote of your auto, home, business, or life insurance. Once again, visit them online at ponchosinsurance.com.
Hey, have you ever wanted an exciting career working with children? LCAP Early Learning, they're looking for you. Apply online at lcap.org/join-our-team for more information, not just for early learning, but for all the great programs with Lawrence County Community Action Partnership that we are just one of. And Tim, we should mention real quick, playoffs coming up. We will get as many broadcasts as we can. The streaming rights go to NFHS, and basically comes down to this. Some games we will be able to do video. Some games we will only be able to do video through their website, which is pay-per-view. Some we can do ourselves for free in the normal way like you're watching right now. So it's basically random. It all depends upon where these games are being located. So we're going to do the best we can. Those that are on the paywall only, though, we will have a free version, audio-only version for sure, no matter what, in all of those games. So you'll be able to at least listen to free for any of the playoff games that we do.
Jackson, Young, Blundo, Warren, and Harrison on the court for the Canes. The Raiders with the ball as they give the bounce pass into the corner to West. Drives baseline. He'll throw it off, and he'll go off the backboard out of bounds. They threw it from underneath and hit the backside of the backboard and ricocheted away.
Yeah, it was a good idea of driving into the lane and trying to kick it out to the perimeter. The issue was Okpanobi just got a little bit too far underneath the basket, and when he tried to kick it back out, ends up putting it, like you said, off the back of the backboard.
Jackson brings the ball up for the Canes. 6:18 here to play. Jackson throws inside to Warren. He can't handle it. Bounce back. Picked up there by the Raiders to get it out to Omowitz, and he'll put it off the glass for 2.
That's a killer right there. You had a good screen and roll, but just it was a second too late, half a second too late, poked away from Warren and leading to the odd man rush.
Gets it back out. They give it over to Blundo. 5:55 here to play. 55-48 lead here for the Raiders. Blundo is going to pick up a foul.
That's on Omowitz. That's his 4th.
That will be on the floor.
That is the 4th on Omowitz.
See if they go back at him. Let's see what happens here as the Canes inbound the ball, get it out to Blundo. Blundo drives left side. He'll stop, throw it back out to Warren. Don't go up top to Young. Young with the ball.
And Novoselic just picked up an off-the-ball foul trying to guard Blundo. That's his 5th right there.
There he goes. So that will knock him out of the ball game. Householder will come in.
Second team foul with 5:36. And look, if you're Newcastle, you got to extend this game, and that's the way to do it.
They got to continue to attack. Try to pick up some fouls and try to score some points along the way. 55-48 lead here for the Raiders. Jackson with the ball. Jackson dribbling on the right wing. Jackson inside the arc. Gives it back out to Blundo. Blundo deep 3 from the wing. Rattles the roll. The rim, no good. Ball's on the ground, picked up by Warren. They're going to fight for it, and West is there. We're going to get a tie-up, I believe. Yes.
And what just happened behind the play, Okpanobi looked like he went to the ground in a heap. I think he was just trying to slide and make sure he didn't hit him. Actually, no, he slipped on the floor because you had both Warren and Householder basically sliding into second base.
5:14 remaining here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, lots of moisture on the floor after that one.
Canes will inbound the ball. We're going to get a timeout?
We're going to get a towel and a timeout, it looks like.
We're going to get a 30-second timeout here taken by Seneca Valley.
Gives us a chance to give a quick shout-out again to our LCAP Team of the Month and the Shannon Competitive Spirit Squad, as well as your LGKG Athletes of the Month. We had triathletes this month of January. It was Aaron Capalbo of Mohawk, Leah Crayrup of Wilmington, and you also have Mr. Wilson, Casey Wilson of Laurel. And I need to get confirmation. I believe it's probably happened by now, but Joseph Roth needed just 9 points tonight to become Elwood City boys basketball's all-time leading scorer at about 1938, I think is the official number that Dan Alloy has at what I'm assuming is going to be a was-had at that top spot. All those teams that we just mentioned are in the postseason, by the way, for the Hoops. And again, those brackets coming out 2 o'clock on Monday.
Canes trying to fight their way in for the final 5:14. They trail 55-48. Jackson with the ball here for the Canes on the right wing.
Remember, it's a must-win for Newcastle tonight. Nothing else matters.
Blundo for a deep 3, fade away, good!
What did I say? Nothing else matters? Blundo finally getting some space. His second 3 of the quarter, 4th of the game.
55-51. Raiders with the lead. Okpanobi with the ball. And gets it out over to Pepin. Top of the key. We get a whistle off the ball. They're going to get this one on Blundo.
And that's his 4th, if so.
Yep. Yep. 55-51, 4:46 remaining here, fourth quarter.
And now we'll see if Seneca Valley is aware of that if they try to attack after Blundo. He had 3 in the first half, played really well. Actually drew a charge with 3 fouls in the first half, Tim. You know he can do it, but if you go and attack, sometimes it's tough not to pick up that 5th personal.
Where we go, and this ball's going to be knocked away there by Jackson.
And it went right through the wickets and out of bounds, so it is Jackson. Last to touch it. Priester looked like he was snapping it on Super Bowl Sunday.
Yeah. So West will throw it in, 4:44 to play. Get it over to Pepin, top of the key. Pepin guarded there by Jackson. Harrison looking to return here, first opportunity for the Canes. Or Harris, excuse me. With the ball is Pepin. Gives it back over to West. 4:25 here to play. Back to Pepin, into the corner. They'll pass up the 3, give it back to West. He'll try a 3. He'll pick up the foul on the 3-point shot there. Harrison's going to, no, they're going to get Young on the foul. And it'll be 3 shots here for the Raiders at the line.
Yeah, again, got caught up in the screen. You end up having both Harrison and Demarion Young going on the closeout. Harrison thought he picked up the foul. They both made contact. You could have really gone either way. And that's going to be a lane violation on the first free throw. Oh, my goodness.
He wasn't in 9.
There was a player, Priestley, was out at the perimeter, and he was trying to make his way in. Didn't do so in time.
So they lose a shot.
Yeah, so not a 3. So it's still 2 to go. Still two.
Yeah, but we'll see what how West converts here.
Now it still counts as an 0 for 1 for West in the scorebook as well, unfortunately.
And he off the front of the rim, so he'll miss 2 out of the 3.
Wow.
He'll try to get 1. Kai West at the line. 4:21 here to play in the fourth quarter. He missed all three. Rebound there by Warren.
By the way, Warren's got to have about 14 or 15 rebounds. Not keeping track, but easily has to have 14 or 15.
Harris bounce pass over to Warren. Warren throws across court, give it to Harris. Harris drives in. He'll look inside. Gives it over to Harrison. Harrison turnaround jumper shot, no good. We get a whistle, and we're going to get a foul, I believe, on Householder.
Yeah, somebody grabbed Warren.
No, they're going to get West. Take that back.
West first. But, yeah, grabbed the arm of Warren as he went up for the rebound. And you can just tell Warren right now looks gassed, but he is fighting through. Looks like he might be fighting some cramps too, Tim.
Yeah, a lot of pressure build up. 4-point lead here for the Raiders. They'll try to get it in. They do. They're getting it out to Harris for a deep three. In front of the rim, no good. Rebound, Blundo. They'll go up strong. Rolls the rim, no good. Rebound again by Warren. Goes down low, loses control.
Ooh.
They're going to get a tie up again. And this time it will go Raiders' way.
But they do at least switch the air going for that rebound. But how about the great job of both Blundo and Warren getting their hands on the ball without going on top of the back, going around, not making contact on both of those rebounds. That was incredible, but they just could not get the basket to go. So it remains a 4-point lead. Still this. Plenty of time left. 3:49 remaining. A 4-point Seneca Valley lead, but Newcastle hanging tough. Got to hang tough for another 4 minutes of play with your playoff lives on the line.
Pepin with the ball as he dribbles it up. He'll be guarded there by Blundo as it goes right to the lane. And he spins inside, tries to make room against Blundo, takes a shot. Back of the rim, no good. Rebound, Warren. Knocked away, but it'll go Kane's way.
And again, right on cue, Warren did the exact same thing. Went over top of somebody without making contact and using his 6'6" frame, just ripped it away from one of the 6-footers going up for the bound.
Here comes Harris, gives it over to Blundo. 3:30 here to play, fourth quarter. Canes trail by 4. Give it over to Warren. Warren gives it back to Harris. Harris to Blundo, top of the court. Key. Left side, that is Harris for 3. Back of the rim, bounce, no good. Warren gets the rebound, puts it up and in.
Feed the big man. Feed him.
Warren makes it a 2-point game. 55-53, 3:05 here to play. West with the ball. He's going to call for a play.
And nobody's putting a body on Warren, and he's just skying up over top of him. And you're going to get a timeout because I think they need to get one of the big guys in Priester or Mansion back in there.
All right, let's take a timeout with 3:01 here to play in the fourth. 55-53, Raiders by 2. You're watching LC SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
I think the key to any attorney-client relationship is trust. My father told me a long time ago, the definition of personal integrity is really simple. Do what you say you're going to do. At LGKG, we've been doing that for over 80 years.
Looking for a unique way to expand your business? Advertise on the Lawrence County SportsNet and be seen by thousands of viewers in the area and around the country on over 100 broadcasts each year. Visit lcsportsnet.com and click Advertise with LCSN.
3 minutes and 1 second remaining here in the fourth quarter. Canes trail by 2, 55-53. Timeout was Seneca Valley's. They have 2 timeouts remaining. Canes have 3. On the court for the Canes is Harris, Harrison, Blundo, Warren, and Jackson.
On the other side, it's going to be Priester, Householder, Pepin, and West, as well as Okpanobi.
West will throw it in. Get it to Pepin. With the ball. Goes right side to West. Top of the key, Pepin. Fakes the 3. Drives into the lane. Goes between 2 defenders right to the hole. Up and good for 2.
He's got 25 now. Contact. I think a good no call right there on a foul. Somehow avoided the travel, though, at the same time.
Warren has the ball. Give it back to Harris. Harris backs it back out.
That's a huge response, though. It's now a 2-possession game again with 3 minutes remaining.
Give it back to over Blundo to the left wing. Blundo has the ball almost stripped away there by Okpanobi. Gets it back. Throws it in the corner. It is Harris for 3. Run to the rim. No good. Rebound there by West. West brings the ball up court. He'll slow it down. 2:15 here to play.
And there's Darren Harris to shoot. He's gotten good looks, and they're good shots, but he hasn't gotten one to fall yet. 0 for 5 from downtown, and basically all of them, like last one, Tim, just kind of rattling in and out.
This Canes team has worked hard all season long to put them in this position. They trail by 4, 2 minutes here to play fourth quarter. The Canes in a must-win scenario. Give the ball to West. West drives mid-side, takes it to the hole, shot no good, ball on the ground. It's going to be saved, and he was out of bounds.
Yeah, he ended up on the ground after he slipped to the ground. He somehow was still able to get it with the ball. The ball hit on the ground twice, Tim.
And his backside was on the line.
Yeah, he did a full split. And this court, is it just me? It feels humid in here. I mean, we had one of the warmest days we've had of the 2024 season, 2024 calendar year, I guess I should say. But the oh, you know what? Perfect timing, though. Who's our new janitor out there? It's the new AD and the new head coach in Coach Mo.
Yeah, how about that?
Hey, he's going to
he'll do what he has to do.
He's going to throw down the white towel. Newcastle not throwing in the white towel yet, for sure. Down by 4 with 1:48 remaining.
Bounce pass into Harris. We're down to 1:45 here to play. Harris looking for some help, gives it over to Blundo. Blundo with the ball, goes left side. Bounce pass in the corner to Harrison. Harrison bounce it out over to Blundo. Down to 1:30 on the clock. And we're going to get a timeout.
And that's a good one because I think Warren might have gotten called for a moving screen the way he came flying out there. It's going to be a full timeout taken here by Newcastle with 1:28 left to go. Let's keep it right here. We do have another out-of-town scoreboard update from the Newcastle Transit Authority. Yes, Joe Roth did break that record in the first half. They win convincingly, 73-45 in their season finale. The update from across town, they're midway through the third quarter. Neshannock a 29-22 advantage over Mohawk on the road. Shades of last year where Mohawk was undefeated all year, and then Neshannock got it at the end of the season, the final game of the year, took that undefeated section championship away. Could we be seeing repeat there? Newcastle hoping they can see repeat of a repeat of a repeat that's going back 14 years. This would be year number 14 in a row of making it to the postseason every year under Coach Blundo, where they have 88 seconds remaining, down by 4, to be able to make that happen. 2 timeouts left, and they have the ball here.
Ralph Blundo has 4 fouls. Nobody else really in foul trouble here for the Canes.
Yeah, 2 each the rest of the way around. And other than Omasit's fouling out, I got 2 as the most number of fouls for anybody else on the Seneca Valley side. And I think it's still, you got to get the ball inside, right? You got to find a way. They're guarding so closely on Harrison and on Blundo. They got to find some way to work it inside to JT Warren. He's having himself a great game. When it was crunch time against Central Catholic in the first game of the year against them, they found a way inside with just 2 seconds remaining in the first half to put it up and in. I want to see him do it again here.
Harris with the ball. Bounce pass out to Jackson. Throw inside to Warren. He'll go up strong. He gets fouled. Shot won't fall, but JT will go to the line shooting 2. 1:18 remaining here in the fourth quarter.
Almost like I was in the huddle there, Tim.
Yeah. I wonder what.
All right, so now you did the tough part. Now you're at the line. Got to splash from home.
Warren's shot is good. I got Warren in double figures with 10. 57-54. Raiders with the lead. JT Warren looking to complete the pair, and does.
He'll check out. Warren with 11. McKnight back in for him, and you're going to see full court pressure really from Newcastle for the first time tonight.
1:18 remaining here in the fourth quarter. West will inbound the ball. Get it to Householder. Press here by the Canes. Going to get by Blundo with Pepin, and we're going to get a whistle and a foul. And they're going to get this on McKnight.
His first, team's third, so still one more foul to give for Newcastle as well. And Blundo had himself a chance at a steal, but just hesitated before going for it. I think he was worried about going through the defender and getting that 5th foul.
They throw it up top. Okanobi gets it back. Back out to Pepin.
And now with a minute to play, how long can you wait and try to go defensively and get a steal before having to commit that foul?
Okanobi with the ball, goes left side, gives over to Pepin. Pepin on the right wing. Pepin dribbling into the lane, now throws it back out. We're going to 3 try, big 3, good.
Oh,
there by Priester.
Oh, Coach Tross said no, don't shoot it, and then it went in. And now just a little cunning grin because he got away with it, put it in, makes it a 5-point lead, but a foul in the backcourt is going to send Blundo 90 feet to the line.
Well, There's an opportunity to score with the clock stop with 44.5 seconds remaining here in the game and possibly the season here for the Canes.
It'll be Blundo's first trip to the line. It's Castle Asphalt. Bonus free throws coming up.
Blundo's shot is up and good. Blundo is shooting 80.5% from the line. Second shot follows good. Blundo with 15.
They called a lane violation against Newcastle.
Oh!
A lane violation against Newcastle.
So 4-point lead, 2-possession game with 44.5.
And that's why that's huge, because it does keep it as a 4-possession game.
As they get it into Priester, he'll throw down court into the corner to Pepin. Ball's loose. And
they called Blundo for a foul when the ball was on the court and they were diving for a loose ball.
Yeah.
I thought
they're calling a jump ball.
Yeah, that was not the right call.
Yeah.
And that's what Blundo's trying to say, is that the Seneca Valley player literally jumped on top of him. And that's one that you're going to see on the replay. You're not going to like it as an official. He saw what he thought he saw in the judgment call. It is what it is at that point.
Yeah,
but that's one that.
So Ralphie Blundo fouls out with 38 seconds remaining.
An unfortunate scenario right there altogether. But now, hey, someone's going to step up.
Lemon
no more fouls to give.
They get it in. Again, the defense here, and they're going to get a whistle and a foul now. I believe is going to put West at the line.
Yeah, it will be, and that's, you could hear Coach Blundo. You just need to foul quickly. Need to extend this game. That's the third against Lemon, but it's going to be 2 free throws coming up for the Raiders.
Well, the good news is if he hits them both, it's still a 2-possession ball game. You're just going to need threes.
And this is Kai West, who was the 0 for 3 from the free throw line on the 3-point attempts.
Right, and he puts this one in. West was 16 here tonight. Young's about to check in here for the Canes. They'll go offense and defense as Lemon comes out. Warren will also check in, and McKnight will come out. 35 seconds remaining here. 61-56. West with his second shot from the foul line. And rattles the rim, no good. Rebound there by the Canes. Jackson will bring the ball up. Jackson drives into the lane, takes it all high off the glass. Good with the foul. The freshman.
Noriega Jackson right to the hoop. Coach Blundo saying, go to the hoop, go to the hoop, go to the hoop. Man, did that ball float in the air forever. Little kiss off the glass and one.
You gotta be so impressed with the freshman, the newbie.
Your health
coming three.
Yeah, your health in motion. Newbie of the game for sure, just because of that shot right there. He's got 7. That's a career high, by the way.
Jackson's shot is back of the rim, no good. Rebound there, Warren. And Warren puts it in, and we have a timeout.
Oh, Newcastle got a steal in the inbounds too, but nonetheless, it was a timeout called. 25 seconds left at 61-60. Full timeout taken by Newcastle. Oh my goodness, J.T. Warren doing it again.
What a play by Warren. He went to the right side of the rim and snagged it up high, then went strong to the hoop and got it off the glass and in.
And so now you go for the steal immediately. If not, you foul. And guess what? You still got the time. Even with the foul, it's only going to be a 1-possession game, even if they make both free throws. 61-60 with 25 seconds remaining. Wow. I mean, we knew this was going to be an incredible contest. You knew that the Seneca Valley was going to be playing spoiler. They weren't going to go quietly into the night. Newcastle not going quietly into the night either. They want to keep this streak going along, and this is the loudest that you've heard this Newcastle faithful be all season long.
Both teams with 5 fouls. They're going to be in the double bonus the rest of the way out. 25.4 seconds to be exact left on the game clock. On the court for the Canes will be McKnight, Young, Jackson, Harris, and Harrison. For the Raiders, Householder, Pepin, West, Okpinobi. Who am I missing? Oh, out west.
Householder batting?
It's 23 Priester.
Priester out here playing deep.
Bounce pass into West. Nobody home. West brings it up court. He'll get fouled immediately there by Jackson. 21.8. They want to call it intentional. I don't think it's an intentional.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to get that one.
21.8.
I mean, there's no doubt Jackson grabbed him, but that's not an intentional foul there. But a great design on the inbounds, though. Great credit to Coach Strauss, Coach McCall, and the entire group over there, because two went with the guy who got screened and no one stayed with the screener, West, and he was left wide open.
West at the line shooting two. First shot is good. 62-60. West was 17. Warren checks in for McKnight. West looking for a three-point lead with 21.8 seconds remaining. Is front of the rim, bounces, gets the shooter roll and falls in.
Timeout, Seneca Valley. Both teams now with one timeout remaining.
And it's another full timeout. This is another Pontius Insurance timeout. And why not? Let's do it one more time.
Yeah.
Visit PontiusInsurance.com to request a quote for your auto, home, business, or life insurance. Get the best rates and customer service by calling the local agents at Pontius Insurance.
The other two games right now in the section here, Tim. Butler leading 46-40 at the end of three quarters over Pine Richland. And in the other one, it is a 31-25 lead for North Allegheny over Central Catholic. Winner of that one is the section champion. Right here, it's 63-60 with 22 seconds remaining. Newcastle trailing at home. Ralph Blundo fouled out of the game with 1:38 remaining. He's the leading scorer with 17. Harrison with 14, Warren with 13. With one timeout left each here, Tim, is the thought you still go quickly to the hoop, maybe go for a chance at maybe a three-point play? You don't need a three yet, right?
Yeah, no, you don't. And you can pick up a foul. You never know.
Yeah.
You get a three-point play. We've got many opportunities here late in the fourth quarter. So 21.8 seconds remaining. And the Raiders will go into defense, in the defensive zone. Or actually say they're going to look to press, it looks like. No,
Yeah.
take that back. They're going to.
Well, they're going to at least press on the two guards just to make them take time as they get across the timeline.
Jackson to inbound the ball, gives it to Harris.
Got to move quickly,
Down to 19 seconds. Here comes Harris. Down to 15 seconds. Harris with the ball, dribbling. He's going to take a deep three. It's an air ball. Ward tries to save it, goes out of bounds, and this will go to the Raiders. McKnight will check in.
Yeah, well defense. Both went with Harrison to the corner as they were looking to set up if he could get a three in the corner. Two defenders went out with him. Harris took the step back and took the three-pointer, but ended up being just short and off the mark.
10 seconds remaining.
And then Warren went down hard, tripping over Jackson in the process.
Householder to throw it in. 10 seconds remaining in the first.
We have a whistle and a foul.
And they're going to put Pepin at the line. But that take no time off the clock. However,
you're putting the leading scorer.
Yeah, I was going to say, at the line. And his chance to make this a two-possession ball game.
Yeah, he's got 25 on the night. And two free throws coming in the Castle Asphalt bonus.
He looks and shoots. Rolls the rim and falls in, making it a 4-point lead here for Seneca Valley. Straight to the rack. You heard Coach Blundo just say that to his troops. Here we go.
Yeah, you got to score and score quickly now.
And he hits them both. So it's two-possession, 5-point lead, and the final timeout taken here by Coach Toss and Seneca Valley.
Coming after the game, we'll have our Tri-County Principals post-game show. We'll announce our MVP Insurance MVP of the game, as well as our Maley Chiropractic Play of the Game award in this one. 65-60 with exactly 10 seconds remaining. No timeouts for Seneca Valley. Still one for Newcastle. So again, you can go straight to the hoop, put it in, call your last timeout to stop the clock. But then at that point, you're going to need the steal.
So here we go.
And it's been a game tonight, Tim. There have been a lot of just close plays and bounces that just haven't gone Newcastle's way. Do they have one last bit of magic here at the field house?
And it will be Young, Jackson, Harris, McKnight, and Harrison on the court here for the Canes. 10 seconds left here in regulation and in the regular season. Harris will throw it in. They're going to get it into Jackson. Jackson brings it up court. Jackson right to the hole. Jackson stops and pops and lays it in. Timeout. Canes, 2.9 seconds remaining.
So keep that in mind as we're looking at this. Jackson with a career high, and Seneca Valley was fine with that. They're going to let him drive. That's exactly what both teams wanted to happen and needed to have happen. Newcastle scored quickly. Seneca Valley to let him score quickly. This last timeout is a 30-second timeout for Newcastle. And now it comes down to this. One inbounds play. Can you get the 5-second call? Can you get the steal? That's what it comes down to.
Yeah. Got to force a turnover one way or the other. Either 5 seconds or make the steal.
But also,
and you're going to need to get a three-pointer.
But also no timeouts remaining for the Canes, which you got to keep in mind too. With no timeouts for either team, you have to be able to say, hey, when we do get the steal, this is what you got to do. You got to get a 3-up. So if you're not in three-point range, find someone who is. You got to go through all those scenarios. But first and foremost, cheat, over-pursue, do whatever you have to do to get this interception.
Well, here we go. Pepin to throw it in.
Double pass.
Double pass, and they get it in, and that's the game.
And Harris wasn't ready for it.
Yeah.
They weren't ready for it because they could run the baseline on a made shot. And that's what Coach Plunder was saying. He didn't think that he got fully out of bounds before making the catch.
And the officials didn't catch that.
I think his body was out of bounds, but I'm not sure he established himself out of bounds. That's a very good point.
That is an excellent point. Well, it won't matter much now because they aren't going to be able to review it, and there's no reviewable plays. So they'll have 2 shots. Unfortunately, here for the Canes, the season is going to come to end here at the Nikai High Fieldhouse here tonight as Pepin's at the line shooting 2. With just under a second here to play. And the shot is up and good by Pepin.
And that will do it. And Seneca Valley's just going to stand at the bench, not going to even contest to give any chance at a foul.
So there it is. And a long shot down court will fall in. No good. And the final score here tonight is Seneca Valley coming with a 67-62 victory here over the Canes. And the 23-24 basketball season for the Newcastle Red Hurricanes come to an end. For the first time in the Ralph Blundo era, there will be no postseason here for the Hurricanes. Let's take a timeout. We'll come back. We'll wrap it up here from the Nikai High Fieldhouse. You're watching LC SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
When it comes to shopping for insurance, there are thousands of options out there. MVP Insurance proactively shops and compares your policies to find the best coverage and rate. Josh Mathur and David Verratti want to provide you with the level of personalized service that you know that you are the MVP of their agency. They simplify insurance so you can live stress-free. Visit one of their locations in Zingleople or in New Springfield, Ohio. Call MVP for the win, proud sponsor of the MVP of the game on the Lawrence County SportsNet.
For 20 years, Melee Chiropractic has treated athletes of all ages to help them get safely back to the top of their game. Melee Chiropractic has 3 full-time doctors in their office, and all 3 are former area athletes who have had to battle injuries throughout their careers. They want to help you get safely back on your feet, but more importantly, help stop the injuries before they happen. Prehab before you rehab. Attention all high school student athletes. During your sports season, a $30 visit to the Melee Chiropractic office includes an adjustment and/or all therapy is necessary. From the athletes of tomorrow to the weekend warriors and everything in between. Let Melee Chiropractic keep you in the game.
I think the key to any attorney-client relationship is trust. My father told me a long time ago, the definition of personal integrity is really simple. Do what you say you're going to do. At LGKG, we've been doing that for over 80 years.
Just like going to the doctor, our homes need a checkup too. If your home is not properly weatherized, you could be at risk for symptoms that cause unhealthy ailments and higher utility bills. The Weatherization Assistance Program is the key to reducing utility costs and increasing comfort in your home. Services include an in-home energy audit to inspect your furnace and hot water tank, check for air sealing around windows and doors, and ensure adequate insulation and ventilation. Learn more at lcap.org or call the Department of Healthy Homes to get your checkup today.
Welcome back here to the Nikkei High Fieldhouse as the Canes fall here tonight 67-62 to Seneca Valley, and the Red Hurricanes will not be playing in the Whipple tournament this season for the first time in the Ralph Blundo era, first time in 14 years. The Canes will miss the playoffs. Canes, of course, playing up in division, playing in 6A. If they're playing by enrollment, we'd be playing in 4A. Needless to say, they take on all opponents, and they don't complain.
Oh, no, they do not complain. And, I mean, to explain the full scenario right here, so even if Pine Richland ends up losing their game, which they are trailing to Butler at the end of the third quarter, even if they lose, you get a three-way tie in fourth place between Pine Richland, Seneca Valley, and Newcastle. And the way the tiebreaker works first is head-to-head. And, yes, you can have head-to-head against three teams. And here's what it is. Newcastle and Pine Richland split. Pine Richland swept Seneca Valley, but Seneca Valley swept Newcastle. So, in the end, Newcastle has a 1-3 record against those two teams. The other two have 2-2 records. That eliminates Newcastle from consideration. Then it goes straight head-to-head between Pine Richland and Seneca Valley, which Pine Richland wins the head-to-head tiebreaker because they swept them. So no matter what now, Pine Richland is in the playoffs, win or lose. Newcastle and Seneca Valley will be left home to watch the postseason. And for the first time in 387 games in Coach Blundo's era, we are not looking at a playoff team for Newcastle with Coach Blundo at the helm. That's incredible. 387 games, what it took.
It was one will of a run for the Canes throughout the years of Ralph Blundo. But, you know, truth of the matter is, and you know this better than anybody about high school sports, is every year's a new season. Every year's a new challenge. And what you did in the past has no bearing on this season. And this season, the Canes were not a bad team. They just were kind of inexperienced. And I think in the end, that lack of depth and experience made it difficult down the stretch. And when you had to win 3 in a row, they were able to pull off the 2 big wins to put them in position here tonight. But they ran into a team that was hot shooting, had 2 guys who were just shooting the lights out, and Pepin and in West, and it was truly a show by those 2 that really led the way. And unfortunately for the Canes, Ralph Blundo fouled out with about 38 seconds, I believe, remaining in the fourth quarter.
Yep.
And in the process, took away their best outside shooter. And unfortunately, like I said, that took maybe one of their best outlets for a three-point play, and a guy could drive it and get to the line who was shooting over 80% for the season. You know,
it's
those are all part of the storyline here tonight.
Right, and it's crazy that you didn't have more of those foul trouble issues with Blundo or Harrison, especially your 2 top scorers throughout the course of the entire season. If truth be told, we just got a report, Butler did defeat Pine Richland. So Pine Richland, by way of the 3-way tie, ends up into the playoffs. But any team, Tim, to win 3 straight games in Class 6A basketball, any team, that is an accomplishment. And if you're talking about trying to do that, again, as a 4A enrollment with such a young team that has 1 returning starter, 2 seniors, of which neither were returning starters, I mean, tip your cap off to this team to even be in this position tonight. And they just came up a couple of plays, a couple of bounces short. Look at the end of the third quarter. You do it right, you block a shot, and somehow it still lands in the guy's hands to put it up at the buzzer. A couple of defensive miscues early on, leading to open threes for both Pepin and West. And they added up. This was too high of a pace and too high of a scoring game for what Newcastle needed to have to be able to pull this off tonight. They fought back the entire way down the stretch, got within 1 a couple of times, but just could not get that final basket when it mattered most. And can't believe we're saying this, because this is also the first time Newcastle not only not made the playoffs, first time they've not made the state playoffs.
Yes.
In the Blundo era.
It is a remarkable statement.
Yeah.
And then when you get down to it, you got to give a lot of credit, though, to Noriega Jackson, the freshman, and the way he played. I had him with 9 points here tonight. A wonderful effort. And also J.T. Warren. We had him over 15 rebounds in the game. And then scoring in double figures. Really a huge rebound and a putback late in the game to cut this down to 1. And unfortunately, from that point on, it just did not fall for the Canes the rest of the way. And that was really the story of the last 20 seconds of the ball game. And you got to tip your cap to Seneca Valley. Came in here and got the job done.
They could have come in here with their heads held, like, hey, we're not playing for anything, and given up. And they even fell behind pretty big early, 8-3 in the first 2 minutes of the game.
Right.
But they fought through. Let's get real quick our Creative Edge post-game scoring recap. Call 724-652-1372 for more information. Fully licensed and insured architecture and construction management services. 17 points for Ralphie Blundo, 14 for Damian Harrison, 13 for J.T. Warren, and we approximate about 16 rebounds, probably more than that if we're being honest. A career high 9 for Nora Jackson. You got 3 for Demarion Young, 4 for Kyrell Harris, and 2 for Nate McKnight. On the other side, leading all scorers, Tyler Pepin with 28, Kyle West with 23. Next was Priester with 6. How big was his 3? The no, don't shoot at 3 there in the fourth quarter.
That was the backbreaker.
It really was. And 3 for Okpanobi, and 2 for Manchin, and 1 for Andrew Omasitz to round out the Seneca Valley scoring. 67-62 is your final score. A couple quick awards that we're going to give out here tonight, Tim. Your May the Chiropractic Play of the Game, your MVP Insurance MVP of the game. Take your pick. Which one you want to start with?
Well, let's do the Play of the Game award. There's a lot of different nominations, but I want to give one to J.T. Warren. I thought he'd, take your pick which one you like. I like the one that towards the end of the game where he went up for that huge rebound off of the 3-throw and got the put back in to make it a 1-point game.
Yeah, I'm down with that, and we're going to do also something else that we have not done very much this year. I'm going to give him an honorary MVP of the game as well, because he played lights out. He was the reason that this team stayed in it with all those second chance opportunities. 13 points and 16 rebounds at least. He will be awarded both our May the Chiropractic Play of the Game and our MVP Insurance MVP of the game. And I want to give a shout out to Nora Jackson. I think we're going to toss a shirt his way. Demarion Young, maybe can give him a little shout out too. The other senior, he made a key 3. One of them was going to get an honorary T-shirt as well here this evening.
All right.
So that about unfortunately wraps it up on the 6A season for us. Again, we'll have a playoff broadcast beginning next week. In the girls, we have Union in Class 1A, and we have Neshannock, Elwood City, Mohawk all in Class 3A. We'll also have Wilmington in District 10 3A eventually. They start a week later. And on the boys' side, Neshannock and Mohawk in Class 3A, as well as Elwood City, Union in Class 1A, as well as Shenango in Class 2A. We'll be rounding out our playoff coverage. One last score update. Go flip it on for the last 2 minutes. Neshannock leads Mohawk 52-46 with just under 2 minutes to play in that one, as Mohawk trying to avoid what would be the second straight year for them of losing in the season finale to the Lancers. All right, here, your final score again, 67-62, Seneca Valley over Newcastle.
Why don't you give a quick shout out to our producers and
cameramen? Absolutely, yeah. What a great job he has done in joining our crew here. Asher Pistachio, Jay Moan running our cameras here tonight as well. And again, special thanks to Coach Mo and everybody here getting us set up with our incredible chaotic little setup.
My favorite spot in the county. There's no question about it.
It's short side, and it's unfortunate we will not be seeing it the rest of this year. But hopefully, hey, we might be seeing some playoff games here for some of the local teams.
Looking forward to the playoffs. It should be a lot of fun. Both boys and girls basketball coming your way here on the Lawrence County SportsNet. For my partner, James Dotson, I'm Tim Continenza, wishing you all a wonderful good evening. Our final score, once again, Seneca Valley upsetting Newcastle 67-62 to end the season. Have a great night, everyone.